Tora Tora! Smoke on?
This is not a drill. Yes, we've taken you back. 7:55 a.m. December 7th, 1941. Imagine that you were there that fateful morning. It started off as a peaceful Sunday morning.
It was at 6 a.m. that peaceful Sunday morning when the Japanese were attacking Pearl Harbor. During the saving of us, but it walked up. As a Pearl Harbor, that was
from Japan's first air fleet, led by Japanese Captain Fuchida. The unprovoked surprise attack success signal Tora 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 was sent back to the carrier task force before the first.
These are Japanese planes. I saw it all.
B-17s arrived, and like America itself,
what? Sober plate.
that had not yet been declared.
The attack was from the Japanese Akagi, Hiru, Toru, and the two new carriers, the Shotoku and the Sweetback. The plan was simple: destroy the Pacific Fleet. The raid lasted for a little over 2 horrific and gruesome hours. Yes, you have a far from sea, and the Pacific theater, the story of the attack on Pearl Harbor unfolds in front of you. When the first bombs began to fall, pilots all over the mountains.
That's Matt Justin. Right over there.
Found a bomb. Jumping out of bed, found a .45 caliber pistol over his purple pajamas. Single aircraft on a flight line. On alert for days.
It smelled like barbecue smoke and fire right here. Wow.
The Japanese steroids fell and bombed the exposed airplanes. Most of them were on fire or destroyed, except for a couple of P-36 bombs. Rasmussen was joined by 4 more P-36 pilots: Louis Sanders, Harry Brown, Gordon Sterling, and Milton. They took off to engage the attacking Japanese and managed to shoot down a few of their enemies.
That one is
But
the
their zeros, thous, and case. The number of enemy aircraft were incredibly overwhelming.
Meanwhile, elsewhere on the island, Kenneth Taylor and George Welch were just returning from an all-night dinner dance and poker party. Three pilots, still in their formal dress wear, raced to a couple see in front of you.
squash.
Today. They got them off the ground, fueled and armed, and took off. They found themselves in the middle of a real battle. Two brave pilots caught up with the Japanese closer to Pearl Harbor and hit them field and engaged the Zero's valves and changed the ground from their 30 caliber machine gun, all they had. However, they quickly ran out of ammunition. Luckily, they were able to land at Wheeler Field, which is near the center of the island. They refueled and reloaded 30 and 50 caliber ammo and took off once again to find the Japanese.
I finally did. I finally caught a fireball.
Distinguished service for their actions that day. A total of 502 U.S. planes were on the ground at the beginning of the attack. 169 Navy and 155 lay on the ground in various stages of disrepair.
Right now, front centers are 0. Followed by
The Pearl Harbor thing was made all the way without the one. Wow, so good. And Matt Justin, bombing.
an additional 171 aircraft to continue the strafing, bombing, and dropping of torpedoes for another 70 minutes. Yes, that's a total of 360 enemy warplanes. As the attack proceeded up Pearl Harbor and became killed, the devastation was horrifying. On the eastern edge of Ford Island, in the center of the harbor, 9 battleships lay at anchor. The California, Oklahoma, West Virginia,
unlucky. A bomb stabbed the Arizona through her forward magazine and exploded, touching off more than 1 million pounds of gunpowder. Sailors on their bottom watched in horror as the Arizona jumped 20 feet into the air and broke into 2 pieces. Forever in traffic, 1,178 American servicemen in an underwater tube. The ship sank in less than 3 minutes.
There it is, Matt Junkin. Bombing all over the place, smelling sausages that are already burnt.
At Marine Corps Air Station in Utah, Private First Class Melvin Thompson was on guard duty when 9 zeros evacuated. He stepped out of his guard shack, he drew his 45 caliber pistol and began firing on enemy planes. A Japanese pilot, Yoshio Shiga, saw Thompson firing back at them. Years later, Shiga remembered Thompson's tenacity and fighting I've ever seen. All over the island, soldiers were bringing weapons to bear and fight anything they could get working. Their 45 caliber pistols were spring-filled rifles, just like you see the guys racing up and down in truck carriers. In some cases, they're belt-fed machine bringing down numbers, marauders, Japanese, zeros, valves, and tanks.
Our ground reenaction of the surprise Japanese attack is being performed by the 6th Cavalry right here in the Houston area. Meanwhile, at Edwards Field on the northeastern coast of the island, 4 U.S. Army pilots are racing to their P-40.
That's a P-40 with hard.
Appeared at the same time and started scraping rocks. One P-40 pilot was killed as he stepped into his cockpit with the P-40 shot down.
Sorry, I can't just level.
The flight of 12 B-17s coming from the mainland finally arrived and were immediately attacked by the U-boats. Unfortunately, you can understand, the B-17s were shot by Low and Brent. The Brighton crews landed wherever they could, one of them in a pineapple field not far from Lincoln Field. One B-17 pilot, a Major Landon, climbed the land and said, "What a hell of a way to enter a war. Out of gas."
Over Lemmingham to the roll of coke aboard the West Virginia. But when the ship was struck by multiple bombs and torpedoes, awestruck by
That's the cross. Crossing.
until it ran out and he was ordered to abandon ship. He was successful in bringing down 2 Japanese warplanes as well as saving countless lives. This war hero was awarded the Navy Cross. At the conclusion of the surprise Japanese attack on more than half of America's entire naval fleet had been destroyed, damaged. Just 155 aircraft lay on the ground. 2 battleships were destroyed, 3 light cruisers, 3 destroyers, and a total of 6 battleships damaged. Our greatest naval base lay in ruins, along with our complacency. The following day, December 8, 1941, President Franklin Delano Roosevelt.
December 7th, 1941, a date which will live in infamy. The United States of America was suddenly and deliberately attacked by naval and air forces of the Empire of Japan. It will be reported that the distance of Hawaii from Japan makes it obvious that the attack was deliberately planned many days or even weeks ago. The attack yesterday on the Hawaiian Islands has caused severe damage to American naval and military forces. No matter how long it may take us to come this premeditated invasion, the American people in their righteous might will win through to absolute victory.
Admiral Yamamoto, the masterminder, battleships and cruisers that were a part of the Pearl Harbor Task Force. Nagasaki, the city where the special armor-busting bombs were.
Thank you.
We, the people of the United States, grew stronger by putting 16 million men in uniform. We built 100,000 fighter aircraft, 98,000 bombers, 24,000 transport planes, 58,000 trainers.
The United States of America's dedication led to the surrender not only of Japan but Nazi Germany as well, giving peace and freedom to the entire world. Of that dedication,
We'll fire.
extend our appreciation to the men and women fighting for our freedom today. We salute them all, past, present, and future.
Get your cameras ready for a final salute to everyone here at Wings Over Houston's 40th anniversary.
Led by Gordon Webb from Springport, Michigan, and his team from across the United States. Jim Poole, Jason Gartley, Dan Stallings, Sophie Say, Martha West, Shannon Jones, Mitchie Ryan, Amber Johnson, John Wolf, Judd Parsons, Troy Wolf, early this morning setting all that up. Let me introduce our pilots to you. So from our left, our Tora Lee, flying tour for over 20 years and 0116, Doug Durham from the Woodlands, Texas. Right behind them is second generation pilot and our 0111, Patrick Hutchins from FLIYING Vista. 0113 is flown by Mike Anderson from Muskogee, Oklahoma.
Following Mike is Ron Wright at 0112, a 34-year veteran. He's from Huntsville, Texas, just up the highway.
Okay, here's our scheduled K313, again from Liberal, Kansas, and Jeff Sherman from Oklahoma, Kansas.
K356 Miles Turner from Fort Worth, Texas, backseat is Mike Hastings from Dayton, Oklahoma.
Here's our K310 with Trevor Henson from Kansas City. And Garrett Ratman from Milton, Texas. Here's our B-36 Hawk representing my husband from Palestine, Texas.
B-40 Warhawk flown today by Colonel Steve, second generation Tora pilot.
Our B-25 today was flown by John Cotter. It's also an excellent opportunity to highlight the city of Houston's success. But more than anything, it's a chance to bring capabilities of our nation's people and equipment. We'd like the advancement of our military capabilities to what you see here today with our modern military aircraft. December 7th, because of that lack of foresight, planning, and commitment, a terrible price. We think that's worth remembering. And hope you know is not free.
Tora 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 is part of the commemorative Air Force, an organization dedicated to one of every American military aircraft that served the U.S. during World War II. Years, and we love what we do. Tora has been flying air shows and our perform for you. We hope you enjoy it. I'm Ray Norton from McAllen in the Rio Grande Valley of Texas.
I'm Denise Walker from Palestine, Texas.
And we are Tora Tora Tora.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, how about a huge round of applause for our Tora 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 aircraft recovered. But right now I have a special recognition that I'd like for you to help me recognize. In the crowd today is Colonel Robert A. Grinstead Jr., United States Marine Corps, former Marine Corps pilot, Naval Aviation Cadet, the United States Marine Corps active duty from January 54 to July of 1956, and active duty reserve from 1956 until 1975, and he officially retired in January of 1991. Now, Colonel Grinstead served 13 months. He flew the T-45 Expeditor Landing 6, flying the North American SNJ T-6 Texan that you saw earlier, as well as 6 carrier landings flying the Grumman S-6F Hellcat. Colonel Grinstead, thank you so much, sir. It's our honor to have you with us here at Wings Over Houston. possible method was for carrier-borne aircraft, but standard naval planes had too short a range. Carriers launching them would have to sail dangerously close to Japan's well-defended coast. A far larger than naval aircraft, too little to take off from the carrier USS Hornet. They were to drop bombs on Japan and then fly off to land in areas of China, controlled by the pro-Allied nationalists. Too little and then spotted by the Japanese, the launch was made 650 miles from Japan instead of the planned 400 miles. The bombers arrived over Japan in daylight but suffered little damage from enemy action. Almost all succeeded in bombing the Japanese targets, mostly Tokyo, but also Kobe, Yokosuka, and Osaka. After the attack, all the aircraft ran short of fuel. One diverted to land in Soviet Russia. The other 15 headed for nationalist China, but had to abandon plans to land at an airfield. Instead, crash landing evaded out. All the aircraft were lost, but only 3 crew members were killed, while 8 fell into the hands. One pilot, was captured and executed by the Japanese. The brave Texans were inducted into the Texas Aviation Hall of Fame. Ladies and gentlemen, W-25.
Well, Rob, let's talk about the B-25. North American built, medium bomber, flight. It's got several different versions. The B-25's half a gun, but a 75 millimeter